I'm gonna say yes for that one too. It's a yes. It's all just a yes for me, dog. Welcome back, everyone. Today's video I'm excited to do because it's going to be another Will I Buy It Again video. I've done a couple of these and I'm really glad that you enjoy them because I'm having so much fun making them. So essentially I'm going through parts of my makeup collection and I'm talking about products that I've purchased and then talking about would I buy them again. So I did eyeshadow palettes and then I also did like bronzers and blushes. Then I saw quite a few comments to do foundations and concealers. And I said, say less. So I have some foundations in here, some concealers in here, and also some powders in here that we are going to be running through. So I'll link everything in my description box and the YouTube shopping button, including my makeup here. And let's get into it. Let's start with some powders. That sounds fun. So the two powders that I'm using the most right now are from Lawless Beauty and also Huda Beauty. For the Lawless Beauty, I did first receive this in PR and absolutely fell in love with this powder. It is their perfecting powder and I wear the shade light medium. This actually dethroned my Dior Powder No Powder, which I loved that powder for many years. I really like the Lawless Beauty. It's what I have on my face today with my LYS Concealer. And I really like it because I still feel like it gives that filtered look to the skin without being as heavy as I thought the Dior was. Now, I still love the Dior and I didn't mind it being a little bit of a heavier powder, but once I started trying the Lawless, I felt like I was still getting that same effect, that still really smooth, almost like blurry skin, but without it feeling as heavy or looking as heavy. Like it just, when I wore the Dior, I felt like it looked like I was wearing makeup, which is fine. Like I'm fine with that. But I'm much more like a no makeup type of girl. And I feel like the Lawless just fits a little bit better with me. So like I said, I first got it in PR, but then I did go on to buy it myself. And this is one of those that like, if I dropped it and broke it, I finally threw away my Patrick Ta palette tonight. Like I finally was like, okay, Samantha, you can't save it. I dropped my Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow palette recently and I was like, you can't save it, girl. Like you gotta throw it away. So if I were to drop this and break it, I would repurchase it again. It's a powder that like I just have to have right now in my collection. And I also recently purchased from Huda Beauty. This is the Easy Bake and Snatch powder. I purchased this during the Sephora sale. Okay, so I really like this. I have filmed a Best of Beauty 2023. It should already be up, even though I am just filming like a fiend right now because I'm going to Ireland for 10 days over New Year's. I leave the day after Christmas. So I'm just wanting to make sure I have all of my videos up and ready to go while I am on this trip. But I did do Best of Beauty 2023 and I do mention the Huda Beauty powder. Okay, this one I feel like I'm kind of going a little bit back and forth on, so I'm going to talk my way through it like I do in all my videos. So for me, like I know that I love the Lawless Beauty because it just, if I'm like not feeling as confident in my skin, I can put the Lawless on and I feel a lot more confident. For the Huda Beauty, I really do like this on my under eyes, but I can also use it all over my face. But I will also say the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder, I feel like I like that one for my under eyes the most. So then I'm like, would I necessarily have to repurchase the Huda Beauty? Again, I'm going with like, if I dropped it, it broke, someone stole it from me. I still feel like right now I would want to repurchase it. I feel like I was trying to talk myself out of it because I feel like there's gonna be a lot of yeses in this video, but like, yeah, this is the powder that I reach for every single day right now for my under eyes. And again, I'm not using the Lawless all over my face. I will still use the Huda Beauty all over my face, so yeah, I can't be without my powders. Like my pressed powders, me. I don't feel like it's one that I need to have like so many options like I do lip products, but I still need to have like good face powders in my collection for sure. So let's move over to concealers. I have 3 concealers here that I will be talking about. One is an old holy grail for me. This is from LYS and this is their Triple Fix Brightening Concealer. I love this one. I do have this in my Project Use Up, which I'm getting ready to film the finale for that. I mean, it is getting so hard to get any product out of this. I am wearing it today, and even when I'm putting it on my under eyes, I'm like constantly having to go back in. I'm like trying to scrape at the sides. Like we are getting pretty close to being done with this LYS, which has me super happy because going through makeup now is something like that brings me joy, especially, you know, I bought this because I was hearing so much hype about it. It was going in a lot of favorites videos, I think maybe last year, the year before. I can't remember, but I was seeing it in a lot of videos and I was like, I'm just gonna buy it, and it ended up being one of my #1 concealers. I recommend this all the time. LYS has a little bit more like affordable price point at Sephora as well, which I think is great. But I love this concealer, and again, I'm about to go through it. I will repurchase this. So this is definitely a yes for me. It's not a concealer I don't want in my collection, so I will definitely be getting another one of the LYS. I have a newer concealer that I just purchased. It's from House Labs. So I got this during the Sephora sale. And I did review this fairly recently because I was reviewing everything that I, purchased from the Sephora sale. And like, I like it, but it didn't turn into an absolute favorite of mine. This would not be another like repurchase for me. Like if I were to lose it right now, I wouldn't be like, oh, I need to go replace the one from House Labs. It's nice though, like it looks good. And when I was reviewing it, I said it's one of those like, if I maybe only had 1 or 2 concealers in my collection and I tried this, I'd be like, this is a bomb concealer. But I also have a lot of bomb concealers in my collection. So this is good. I just think that there's better concealers out there, but it's still one that I would recommend. It's easy to blend. It makes my under eyes look nice. There's just a few others that I think are a little bit better, including one that I purchased more towards the beginning of the year, and this is from Natasha Denona, and this is the High Glam Concealer. Once again, I put this in my Best of Beauty for 2023. This one is gonna be another yes for me. I love the Natasha Denona concealer. From the moment I started trying it, I was like, man, I should have bought this sooner. So this one is very thin. It's a little bit more liquidy. You need a very small amount of product. It's very smoothing on the under eyes. It is a super blendable concealer, which I absolutely love about this. And I just think it makes the skin look great. I can use it on my under eyes. I can use it all over my face. And it is a beautiful concealer. So that is another one that would be a repurchase for me. Another yes for me, dog. All right, and then let's move over to foundations. So I have a handful of foundations to discuss. Okay, great, okay. Whew. So one that I am nearly out of, like my Dior Backstage is like, she be looking in rough shape. There's not a lot left in here. And I have loved the Dior for many years. I've talked about this for many years and my deep love for it. I think this is a fantastic foundation. I'm someone who's more into, again, light makeup, no makeup days. I really like natural finish foundations. This gives a beautiful light to medium finish. It's very natural looking on the skin and it stays so well. This is one of those where if I'm gonna go out and know that I'm going to be out for many hours, if I'm going to dinner or anything like that in Las Vegas, the Dior is often what I'm reaching for. And it's kind of getting to the point where, because it has like this type of applicator, that I'm kind of having to like, ooh, the bottle, I'm like, no, come on. I'm almost out of this and I would repurchase it. But did this get reformulated? Did it? Shoot. I feel like this one got reformulated, didn't it? What if I don't love it as much? Yeah, I feel like this one has a new formula. I would still buy it anyways because I would try it and I would just cross my fingers that it would be the same, but that's been a favorite foundation of mine for so many years. Like, that's absolutely a yes for me. Another foundation that I've had for a really long time is from Estee Lauder. This is the Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. Okay, let me think. Because I just did my foundation collection and declutter video, and when I was talking about the Estee Lauder, I was saying that I wanted to keep it around. I believe I was between the Estee Lauder and the Pat McGrath. Like, I was like, I need to declutter one of these. I don't need to keep them both because this one to me gives more medium coverage. A lot of people say this is full coverage. To me, I don't think it's full coverage, and I'm really particular when it comes to that because I don't like full coverage at all. So to me, this one is more medium coverage, but again, it's very natural. Oftentimes I wear it if I feel like I need like if I'm not going for a skin tint, I'm not going for a light coverage foundation, I can reach for the Estee Lauder. But that being said, I don't really reach for it all that often. And I feel as though, like, let's say I have the Dior in my collection and like, I'm gonna mention like the L'Oreal and the Fenty stick. I don't feel like I need much more than that, Like, I'm not in those days anymore where I had the urge to have 50 foundations in my collection. It's just not where my mind is right now, and it's why I've been having fun making this particular series, because it really has me sit down and like actually think about my purchases and what I like, my future purchases as well. And obviously this is all hypothetical because I still have, even if I say I wouldn't repurchase this, I'm not decluttering it. It's not a declutter video, but it makes me really think through the process of it. And when I first sat down, I was going to say yes for the Estee Lauder, but I think I'm actually going to say no. I don't reach for it as much as I reach for some of my other foundations. And while it's like, I'm glad that I have it, it's nice to have, I'm glad that I can reach for it, I don't think I would be like, no, if I didn't have the Estee Lauder. Like if I were to just bloop over my shoulder and shatter it everywhere, all over the wall behind me, all over Perry behind me, I think I would be fine. I mean, I don't know who would clean up that mess because it wouldn't be me, but you know, I'm just kidding. I live alone. Who else would it be? So I brought up the L'Oreal and the Fenty, so I'll go over these next. And I mentioned both of these in my Best of Beauty for 2023. So from L'Oreal, the True Match Super Blendable Foundation. I love this one. Like I've said, it is so blendable. I love that it's at the drugstore price point. It's one of my favorite foundations to wear. I've been wearing it quite a bit this last week. This is definitely one for me that I would repurchase. It's hard for me to say like when I go through it because I love the Dior and wore the Dior for many years and it's just now about empty. Like I feel as though I'll probably have this for a very long time, but if I was about to run out of it right now, I would go repurchase it because it's one of my most worn foundations, especially at this moment. Like the Estee Lauder, it was one of my most worn foundations, you know, 3 years ago, but this is like a right now. I don't not want to have the L'Oreal True Match in my collection, so this would definitely be a yes, I would repurchase it. And then same with the Fenty, and I mentioned in the Best of Beauty video that like your girl does not have a lot of this left, and I'm thinking about, I know I am going to take this to Ireland. This is going to be the foundation that I take to Ireland because I don't have to worry about it breaking, spilling, anything like that. I'm also considering the Dior, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But the Fenty for sure is gonna come with me. It's very blendable once again, and it's like very quick. Like if I need, you know, we have a very jam-packed itinerary. We are in Ireland for 10 days and we have stuff happening every single day. So we definitely have a jam-packed schedule, and I feel like I'm gonna be doing my makeup either like on the bus as we're going to different cities or like very quickly in my hotel rooms, that kind of thing. So I need something that's going to be like quick and easy to apply, and that's definitely going to be the Fenty Beauty. But I'm like, I'm almost worried I'm going to run out while I'm there. I'm sure I'm not. Like, I'm sure I'm not. But what if I do? And this one, I will repurchase this. And I'm excited that Fenty's now at Ulta Beauty because I actually just got an Ulta Beauty gift card, and I was like, first thought was I'm going to buy the Fenty foundation stick. So hopefully, I don't know if it's one of those where it's like now all the Fenty products are in there, but hopefully the foundation stick is, because I will be repurchasing that. I just bought this in November too. I've been wearing it so much. And then a few more foundations. So this is the other one that I'm considering bringing to Ireland, and this is from Wet n Wild. I think I'm gonna bring this one. This is their Tinted Hydrator. So again, like easy to travel with and all that sort of thing. It's also almost gone, and I would really love to finish this off. Like she's almost gone, and I think it would be really cool to say that I went through this. This was a favorite of mine. I think I bought it 2 years ago, because I want to say I bought it when I was first, like, I had just been living in Las Vegas not too long. I was doing a lot of shop with me videos, and I really like this. Again, it's more of your like skin tint, so it's pretty light coverage. It's just very natural. It's just kind of like a your skin but better. So I think this could make a good option for Ireland too, if I want to do 2 foundations. Or I might just do 1 foundation and then a couple of concealers and powder. I don't know, but this is that's an option. Option for Ireland, but would I repurchase it right now? Like if I go to Ireland and I use it all the way up? You know, honestly, okay. So I was really thinking that this was going to be a yes as well. I'm looking over my foundation, and I'm trying to remember, this isn't like a collection video again, like I'm not decluttering anything, but I'm like, would I? You know what? I think that I would. I think that I would rebuy this. One, it's at Target and I see it all the time, and there's been times where I've almost purchased it being like, I'm about to run out, and I'm like, don't do it. You haven't actually run out. Like you probably still have 1,800 uses out of this one. But I think that I would like to have this in the summer. And I know we're like, at the time that I'm filming, it's December. This will probably go up in December, but like we still have a while. I mean, I do live in Vegas, so like our weather starts to turn like in March, even though December has been so nice. Like it is high 50s, 60s, even in the low 70s every single day. I'm like, okay. This Iowa girl is very happy she lives in the desert right now. So our weather has been great, but it does start to get warmer around March. And I think that this would be one that I would like to still have around. Okay, so I was gonna say yes and I was gonna say no. Now I'm back to yes. I think this one would be a yes for me. And again, it's one of those that's like, it's a good price point too. Like I could just toss it in my cart at Target. Okay, so next up we have, this video is taking a lot of twists and turns for me, but we have from Patrick Ta, this is the cream foundation and finishing powder duo. So I was talking about this one recently because I did Best of Beauty 2022 Revisited. So all my favorite products from last year, and I was like, are they still my favorites? Have I gotten rid of them? Do I not love them anymore? And I was like, weird, I really haven't used the Patrick Ta recently. And I said I really wanted to. So I pulled it out and I was using it. I did it in a get ready with me and I was like, oh man, my skin does look really nice with this. Because I almost couldn't even really remember. I was like, really? I put that in my wrap up video for favorites? Like I'm kind of surprised, right? So been using it. I went to Scottsdale a couple weekends ago. This is what I brought with me. I was really liking the powder, but I will say that my skin broke out really bad right around the time that I was using this. And I remember talking to my girlfriend Ashley about it and I was like, I don't know what's going on, because I've even been sending videos like I do struggle with acne, but I was like, my skin has been looking a lot clearer. I'm not really sure what it is. Honestly, your girl's gone back to drinking Starbucks every single day, so I'm not trying to tell you like my diet is in tip-top shape by any means, like, but I do walk 5 miles to get my Starbucks and come home. Like, I don't know, my skin's looking really good. And then all of a sudden it was like, bam, like bad breakouts again. And not even just hormonal, because I have struggled with like hormonal imbalance. It wasn't even like it was just all around like the chin or the jaw. Like I was getting them up here. I had one like between my brows. I'm like, what is going on? And I was talking to Ashley and she's like, are you trying any new makeup? Because she knows obviously I get a lot of makeup to try. And I was like, no, nothing new for like foundations or concealers or anything. And then I was like, well, wait, the Patrick Ta, I guess, I mean, it's not new to me, but I don't really remember breaking out when I was trying it last year, but I also didn't have great skin last year. So if something was breaking me out, I probably wasn't gonna be able to notice it because it just felt like I had breakouts every day. So now that my skin has cleared up, I was like, oh shoot. So once she said that, I was like, maybe I should stop using the Patrick Ta. And then once I stopped using it, like the breakouts are gone. And I'm like, and I don't know, I mean, it could be something hormonal. Like it's so hard to say with acne sometimes. Like it's hard to know if it really is a specific product or if it's something that you ate, something that you drank like at a certain time in your cycle. It really is hard to say, but it makes me not very willing to put this back on my skin because I was like so bummed out. Like I was super bummed thinking just like for whatever reason all my acne was like about to start coming back and I was like, man. And then once I stopped using this, it cleared up. So I'm not gonna use that anymore just to be on the safe side, and I have other foundations that I love, and I would not give that one a repurchase at this time. And then we have one more left, and this is from Ilia. This is their C Beyond Triple Serum SPF 40. This is a very pricey tinted SPF. It was like $64. I kind of like lost my mind when I went into Sephora one day and just, I wasn't planning to buy it. I just did. I was like, who makes a $64 tinted SPF impulse buy? Like a YouTuber when she's vlogging at Sephora. I ended up really liking this. This is very much a Your Skin But Better. I like that it has the SPF in it. I like that it just kind of has a very soft tint to it. It just kind of evens out the skin, makes your skin just, again, it's your skin but better. I ended up really liking this, and I reach for it, again, especially during the warmer months, if I'm running to like the pool, running errands or something, or just like out to like a quick lunch or something like that, and I just want a little bit of something on my skin, but I don't want to do like a full face of makeup, the Ilia is a great option. Would I repurchase it at $64? Honestly, I would probably wait until there was a Sephora sale so I could make sure I'd at least be getting a little bit of something off. But honestly, I think that I would, because I use it so much. Again, especially in the warmer months, I'm using it so much. Like, it's great for the pool bag. Like if I'm going to like a day club or something, this is great. Also because in the day clubs, you can't have glass. So I've had my Too Faced Born This Way concealer taken at a day club, and I was like, you have got to be joking me, because it was in the glass bottle, but this one I could bring in if I wanted to like a retouch up at all. So yeah, I think the Ilia would be a yes for me. I feel like there was a lot of yeses in this video, but to me that makes me happy because, again, these are the products that I have purchased. To me that signifies that I've made some really good purchases over the years and that I still have a lot of products, even like older products, that I'm still a really big fan of and I'm still getting a lot of use out of. So that is going to wrap it up for this Will I Buy It Again video. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. Let me know if you want to see lip products. Let me know if you want to see lip products. I'll see you in the next one.